Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. It is technically evening here in the UK. Yes, 5:10, so that's evening time. Welcome in. How is everybody? Sorry, I'm just faffing in the background as I usually do, as I set up. How's everybody doing? Good to see you all. It's Saturday. I'm reliably informed, unless you're in like Australia. Or let's see, well, actually, yeah, okay, yeah, maybe even a little bit further. Yeah, basically all that kind of stuff. So yeah, loads of evening ahead of us, basically. But good evening, everybody. I hope you're all well. I hope you're all well. How is what's occurring? How is everybody? Do you let me know? How's everybody's weekend panning out? We were on yesterday, of course. Said hello to a few of you. And we're just going to go chill out again tonight and do a little bit more. I wondered whether we should do some gameplay. I've got various indie games still on the back burner that I want to feature on stream. We have various food articles and stuff to look at as well, all that kind of stuff. But I thought, no, we had a good time with the Madhouse listings yesterday. So let's do a few more of those. I figured. We thought we'd do a few more of those. So that's where we're at, basically. I thought we'd do that. We'll have a little browse and see if anybody's got the money. We will find you some real life house listings, as ever, that you can have a look at and decide if you want to purchase. You know, we saw a lovely place in Helsinki yesterday. You didn't even have to buy it; it was a rental. For those who weren't here, €700. I mean, admittedly, it was the size of a broom cupboard, or almost literally the size of a broom cupboard. I'm not kidding. It was bijou. Bijou is the word. I think that's the description I will use to be polite about it. It was a bit small, but and then we saw that we had a look at a lovely house. In Greater Manchester, no less, North Manchester, Bury Way, and there was a lovely little town property there, which had lots of interesting choices around decoration, which is it's always interesting. So I thought we might do. We'll do so. I left it actually. Yes, I did actually say we would do at least one more because I've got a good one. Got a good one coming up. So we'll do that in a minute. But welcome in once again. How is everybody? Do let me know what you've been up to. I hope you've had a good Saturday. Mine has been pretty chill actually. It's been all right. I did the life I lead. The life I lead. Super excited life I lead. I went to Big Tesco. There you go. That's how exciting my life is. The highlight. Oh, let's go to Big Tesco. And the good thing about the Big Tesco, one of the Big Tesco's near us, because there's more than one. We are spoilt for choice. We have multiple Big Tesco's. Living the dream, you know. There's one that actually has a branch of Costa associated, so I could with it as well. And I actually like Costa coffee. So we did quite well there. We got ourselves a nice coffee as well. So there you go. That was the highlight of my Saturday. Is I did a big shop. Well, not a big shop. I did a shop at the Big Tesco. Maybe that's the way to describe it. And I had a Costa coffee, which I believe there was a news article a few months back, maybe last year, where they rated the relative strength of the coffees across all the chains. In the UK, at the very least, like. Don't know if it's globally, and Costa, the brew, the beans they use, the brew they use was by far, I think, had the most amount of caffeine. You got the most bang for your buck at Costa, and what have you. And then they went down and did the other ones. But I think the main thing is that I actually like the taste of Costa coffee as well, which is quite good. Like Starbucks. I've never got on with Starbucks. It's all right. I'll drink if it's in front of me. Don't get me wrong. I'll drink it. I will drink it, but at the same time, not nearly much of a fan. But there we are. Enough of my coffee talk. I mean, I'm only on my second one today, so I'm behind. You know. Let's do who's here. Let's do the let's see who were the early lounge entrants this afternoon, this evening. Darth Aquila, you were unofficially first, but no gold medal. I'm afraid. Twitch was against you. Twitch was against you, and it did not give you the gold. You got the silver though, my friend. Yeah, unofficially first. Story of my life. How are you, Darth? We friend, moderator, esteemed member of the lounge, you know. And obviously she had Scottish as well, so I do a little wee accent for them when they're in, you know, because it makes them feel at home. How are you, Darth? It's nice to see you. Nice to see you. I hope you've had a good Saturday, friend. So yeah, it was silver for yourself, Darth. But Titan, good evening to you. Gold medal for you. First through the lounge doors officially, as it were. So there was obviously a run through. And then Koga, welcome in as well. Another Northerner, I'm going to say. Another Northerner. I hope you're well. You came in and you snuck yourself a bronze, your first bronze in the lounge as well. So you got yourself, you're on the podium places. Congratulations. Good to see you as well. I hope you're all right. There you go. So those are the people who are the podium places, the medalists, the pick of the sandwiches from behind the bar. Congratulations, all three of you. You are in with the medals today. Queen fan, welcome in. I did see the follow. I'm a bit slow on the old responses at the moment. Apologies. Welcome in, new follower. What is this? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I've been doing it long enough, and I still don't know. But yeah, welcome into the lounge. In short, for those who are new here, this is the lounge. Anybody who follows gets themselves a virtual comfy chair here, as you can see. Sorry, I was just drinking my coffee there. That's why I went silent. Everybody gets to meet themselves at home and what have you. It's all good, basically. It's all good. And like you say, you know, we have a well-stocked bar. In charge is Lord Archibald III, Archie to his friends, basically the lounge cat, who is actually very aristocratic and does exist in real life. But what have you? You'll see him if he's here as well. We'll put him on screen. When he is here, we go to the annex, as I now call it, and we put him on cam there. Yeah, welcome in. So that's what we are, and we do a lot of variety. Basically, a lot of chat, very community focused, that kind of stuff, you know. And we're doing house listings today, which is we are going to go and look at actual real life house listings that exist in the real world, and for real money, you can purchase these real properties. At the time of writing or time of publication, they were available. Some of them still are actually, because they refuse to lower the prices, even though, you know, all common sense dictates they should lower the price of some of these places. So we're going to have a look. And I think the next one we're going to is in America. So we're going to go have a look at an American property in a minute. Bonsoir, Bart. Grocery shopping as well. Yes, chill Saturday. I don't drink coffee. So you go for the hot chocolate. Fair. Not everybody does coffee. Yeah, that's fair dues. I am fairly good at snatching the third place. Koga, you're on the podium, friend. You're on the podium. You know what I mean? You know, don't knock it. Don't knock it. You are here. You've been given some bronzeware for your third. You know, you get yourself a. I don't know what the medals would actually look like. Actually, I know we're talking about like you get the medal. We don't actually have a design. You know, like all the Olympics, let's just use the Olympics as the example. The others do it as well. But, you know, for the Olympics, you know, each Olympics has its own, obviously, very specific design, you know? And you know, it's usually a picture of the city and, you know, where you won it and all that kind of stuff. The year you won it, obviously. And most of them look quite pretty. But they are... Yeah, they are unique, obviously, to that Olympic event. I've no idea what our medals would look like, actually, to be honest. I don't know. That would take some thought to decide what they should look like if I did do them. I'm sure there was some controversy about Oh dear, was it the Paris Olympics last year? It was, wasn't it? I didn't watch it, but was vaguely aware of it. And there was some, I don't know, there was some, I don't know if it's controversy or consternation or whatever, but there was some general chit chat about the fact that the medals have kind of been done on the cheap, and that some Olympians were complaining that the medals that they got were beginning to kind of tarnish, which they shouldn't do. Gold, silver, bronze, and whatever. But apparently, the way they've done them, because they're not solid gold, they're not solid silver, they're not solid bronze. They never have been, I don't think, because then they'd be bloody expensive, But there was something about there was something in the way they'd done them that I think they'd even cheaped out on the plating of them a bit, and it meant that they're all, some of them were actually getting a bit tatty, which is a bit it's a bit rubbish, isn't it? You train for years, or all your life. Actually, you train all your life. You go pro, as it were. You slog and you strive, and all that to kind of get yourself to the pinnacle of your sport. So much so that you end up. You get to the point where you actually make it to the podium places. It's the culmination of your life's ambition to be not only an Olympian but also a medalist. And then you go and then deteriorate. Here we go. Yeah. Due to widespread reports of deterioration, including flaking, discoloration, and rusting. Can you? So you get this. It's the culmination of your, you've defined yourself by your Olympic sport for the longest time. For the longest time. I will hydrate, Titan. Welcome in. Good evening. It's the absolute culmination of your life's just very existence, yeah. And then you end up getting a medal. I mean, it's not the thing you're expecting, is it? Like 3 months later, say, and the damn thing's beginning to rust, like they've made it out of cheap, like sort of like. I can't even what they would have made them from. I mean, what's the returns process for an Olympic medal? It's not like sending something back to Amazon, is it? Is there a number you call or an email that you need to send to somebody? What do you do? Amazon, clicky, need to return. There's ways and means. And they're pretty seamless. Your Olympic medal is literally rusting in your hands. I mean, who do you even talk to? Who do you you know what I mean? Who do you send that letter to? Dear Paris Olympic Committee. Oh my God, I don't know. I assume there were. I don't know. Can they even recast them? I mean, I don't know, because that's the other thing, isn't it? How do you even? I don't know if they ended up kind of like redoing some of the medals or not. I don't know. What palaver? Oh, here we go. The organising committee of the Olympic Games from Paris 2024 is working closely with the Monnaie de Paris, the institution tasked with the production and quality control of the medals. Well, they dropped the ball there, didn't they? Which is not good in a lot of Olympic sports, dropping the ball. In order to appraise any issues with medals, to understand the circumstances and cause of any damage. Damaged medals will be systematically replaced by the Monnaie de Paris and engraved in an identical way to the original. So they are replacing them. But I mean, you've got to, haven't you? Because how embarrassing is it otherwise? Can you imagine being in that meeting, though? Flipping heck. I mean, it'd be in French, that meeting, for a start, obviously. But it would be, there'd be a lot of, pourquois going on. Why? Or how? Come on. How did this happen? How did we end up with a bunch of defective Olympic medals? I kind of went off on a bit of a tangent there. I feel like I went off on a little bit of a tangent, but here we are. But yeah, but I shall reassure you that the medals, if ever they were made real here in the lounge medals, if they were ever made real, they would be of the finest quality. You know, they would. I mean, I'm not saying I can't tell you what they'd be made out of. Something cheap, but they would be super nice. Probably. I don't. Again, you know. I could. We shove a design on there and everything. You know. Right. Yeah, right. So yeah, Madhouse. Let's do Mad. I'm trying to think. Is there any bar stews agenda? So yes, let's see. Take my word for it. Okay, YouTube. If anybody if anybody is open to just having another tab open, I would appreciate you if you click through there and follow the live stream there. We're just turning it into a shop window, basically. It's not an alternative to Twitch. That's absolutely not the intention. It is just a way of increasing visibility of this channel. So anything that kind of gets the watch hours up, or if you don't already like and subscribe, it's always gets me this. Obviously, subscriptions cost you money on Twitch. Subscriptions are obviously free. Subscriptions are follows, obviously, on YouTube. Yeah, you know all this, obviously. So basically, yeah, basically, yeah, we've got the two going. Yeah, I'm just trying to bump up the numbers on the YouTube stuff. It's one of the post Rotterdam things I'm trying to do, which is basically multicasting, because we're allowed to. Just to kind of throw a little bit more general low rate visibility. You know, it's just there. You know, I'm not expecting. Oh, I need to update the bloody title on it though, because I'm rubbish. Bear with me. I just need to update the actual live stream title. There we go. I'll say I'm not. It is very clunky and scuffed. You know, it's there, but I don't. Like I say, it's very much just a thing that exists at the moment. But yeah, thank you everybody there. If you don't already subscribe to the channel, the YouTube channel, i.e. follow the channel, that'd be marvellous as well. I think you need, I think you need 1,000 subs to kind of become a YouTube partner, which means a very different thing from a Twitch partner. But basically, again, just like I say, it's more about I just want to, to help see if we can funnel anything towards Twitch itself. But we're gonna, so that's it, right? We've got that going. Clip bounties are active still. It is the 28th of June, so obviously Monday is the final is the final date or day rather for June's competition. So obviously the clip of the month will win you some stream loot chests. There's the stream loot link if you've never used them before, but you'll be able to do stuff on stream with them. They normally cost money, but yes, I'll give you some for free if you are the clip of the month winner. So we have some great contenders so far this month from those who have been clipping away, and I appreciate you, everybody who's been doing that. So there is a short window left for further submissions. !clip works here in stream if you just want to do it that way, or you can obviously just use the other tools that Twitch affords a viewer these days, where you can pressy buttons and things happen. Okay, and that can happen. And yes, it is appreciated because obviously the clips are being used for a couple of that's right. Let me just say, if you clip 500 pocket money. Pocket money is the currency that we use here in the lounge, which you can use them for raffle tickets later in the year and win some actual decent prizes, I swear to God. Pocket money accrues naturally when I am live and you are here watching me, but this is a great way to get a bonus because I will give you 500 pocket money per clip bounty. So yeah, that's incentive number one. If I then cross-post it to YouTube Shorts, etc., you will get yourself an additional 1,500 pocket money, and I have already done that twice now. One because I've cross-posted to TikTok, not TikTok, the other one, YouTube Shorts. Yes, I've cross-posted to YouTube Shorts, ladies and gentlemen. And that is for those the two people who basically got the 500 for the original bounty, got themselves an additional 1,500 because I cross-posted, and one of the shorts actually got people watching as well. I mean, I don't think it's not necessarily sure it's any organic traffic coming the other way yet, but it's kind of proving the concept in a way, because Where is it? I want to go to my shorts. Let me have a look here. Yeah, 1.4k views for the Mad House listing snippet. So if we get a few more of those, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? So yeah, basically, it's all good. You know, it's all gravy basically for the multicasting stuff. Not that you guys necessarily need to care about that. It's more, you know, this is more my side and what have you. But oh my god, why is that not working? It should work. And right, there we go. Snafu.
Madhouse in the middle of our stream.
It's a shame it can't sing. It's a shame there aren't like markups to make the TTS like change its intonation. You know, because I know where you were going with that, Snafu. You know, Madhouse in the middle of our stream. Madhouse in the middle of our stream. Madhouse. Yes, Snafu. Al, General Chaos himself is here and has come in. What's that? It's telling me 57 months. Crikey, that's approaching 5 years, is it not? That's a lot. Thank you so much. Snafu, thank you so much for just be good. Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate it. Welcome back to, yes, the GIF lists. There you are. You have the full privileges of the GIF list, Streamloot's executive restroom codes. And that says I do know I need to drop a couple more, so I will be sorting that soon. Ad-free viewing, obviously, and of course, most importantly, anybody who subs, resubscribes, or gets gifted a subscription gets themselves a thank you fist bump. And so, Snafu, you know the drill. Are you ready, my friend? Are you ready? Here we go. Boom. Thank you very much. And that is a good segue, actually, into the additional thank you to Snafu, for he has been my Madhouse listing dealer for a while, for a good while, actually. And so thank you once again, Snafu, for the material that we are about to share. Yes, you know. Koga, enjoy your look. Enjoy your look. I shall regale you in the background with some marvellous Madhouse listings, and I think it is about time to bring them up. Takes a few seconds because I have to faff about with the multi-monitor setup here, because I have to go into slideshow mode and press that button, and then I have to move things around. So that goes there, and then the actual control window, the one that allows me to muck about with the slide deck in the background, needs to be in its own little window over here. Okay, all right. I think we're golden. That can go there. That can go there. That can go down there. That can go there. Right, I think we're ready to go. Snafu, thank you once again, mate. I really appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much for being a most esteemed member of the lounge and such a long-term supporter of what we do. I appreciate it. I really do. And look at you with your golden beanbag. You can tell you're a long-term subscriber. You have the golden beanbag sub badge. You know, it's literally a beanbag made out of gold coins. I don't know how comfortable it is, but it is quite opulent, I figured. You know, so yeah, I need to get us to the right place in this. You can't see this. I'm just getting us to the right position in this slide deck because we've looked at a few already here. Good Lord, we have seen some madness. We need to do that one. I missed that one. That's silly of me. We'll go back to that one. We did that one, which was interesting. We did that one, which was more Photoshop than anything else. We did the Helsinki apartment. Should we do this one first, actually? I think we'll do this one first. We're going to do this one first. I know we said we're going to go... Well, we are going to go to America, but I've got more than one from America to look at. So we're going to go and do this one first. So I've got a couple. So we are going to... There's one that hints that it's going to be like straight from the 1990s. We're going to park that one. That's going to be next. But I'm going to take you, first of all, to Brookhaven in New York. Brookhaven, Brookhaven in New York. So here we go. Right. To the stage. Here we are. Oh, just out of interest, I was noodling. This is next time I do like a stage performance type thing. So you've got that obviously, but if ever I need to be what I could do now, I could do this. Woo. So basically, we could do that. So when I'm doing like karaoke, right? When I'm doing karaoke, I can put the words down at the bottom, and you can. I mean, God help you, you can get me front and center now. But not today, because what we need front and center today is actually the slide deck. So here we are. Welcome in once again. We are good. This is $1.9 million. Bear that in mind, everybody. $1.9 million. That's a lot of dollars. That's many dollars. That's just so many. Just so many. If you were to have $1.9 million, like in let's say $20 denominations, you know, or even $100 denominations, that's a lot. That's a lot of paper. Yeah, that's a lot of money, and you're going to be in. I don't know what Brookhaven is like as a neighborhood, but this is the state of New York. This isn't New York City. All right, this is the state of New York, and my understanding is that New York State does have its rural bits as well. You know, it has its countryside and all that kind of stuff. But this is what. So yeah, you're in Brookhaven for $1.9 million, and this has been entitled by Snafu. And thank you once again, Snafu. I appreciate you. The cabins near some woods house. Kind of wish Jade was here. I think you know what I mean. I get the feeling if it's kind of you know what I mean. I get the feeling that she might appreciate this one. So, right, here we go. So, if you've got the money, it's a place for sale. I don't know if it's been sold yet. I don't know if it's yet been sold, so there might still be time for you to put an offer in. Okay? And here we go. Good Lord. Good Lord. Okay, so this is the opening to pretty much every horror movie I've ever watched. Really? I've seriously, that is a Halloween set. You know, that is, you know what I mean? I know they love their trick and treating and Halloween in America. That's perfect. That is a haunted house. That apparently is a real house, though. I don't like it. Can you imagine this at night? Jesus. I really, I don't like the vibe. Needs power washing. Needs power washing. Needs bulldozing. It's like it needs an exorcism is what it needs. It needs razing to the ground. It needs then a whole bunch of priests to consecrate the ground that remains. Yeah. And then they need to kind of sort out. Then they need to lay to rest the inevitable bodies that were never reconsecrated. You know, they probably, you know, classic poltergeist plot. You know, and they put a house over like an old graveyard. You know, that's what I'm feeling is going on here. Don't like it. It's at 1.5 mil. Oh, so yeah, they've reduced the price then. Well, at least they've shown that that's something. That's something. Right. Still not selling though. I mean, yeah, 1.5, even what, come on. Really? I mean, look at it. It does, I mean, just from a purely practical point of view, yeah, let's forget about the actual aesthetics, though that's quite hard to do so. Just from a purely practical point of view and like pragmatic thoughts around this, I look at that and I think, you want $1.5 million, I'm hearing. It's not the best build quality in the world. Yeah? Now, I know in America they have this attitude that you can just basically, you buy the land and then you put your own property on there. But still, that's a lot of money. Because I assume there's still permission you still have to get. You know, I mean, that's a lot of money for what is quite a chunky bit of property. Yeah? It doesn't look particularly stable, does it? It doesn't look, I don't like, it bothers me. It bothers me. I've got a closer look for you here. Hang on. I mean, what's going on with this? Oh, look at the state of this roof, man. A roof shouldn't be doing this. The tiles on a roof should not be sticking up like broken teeth. You know? That's not good. That's bad. That's actually quite bad. I'm not a DIYer. Okay, I am not. Yeah, I'm not one of those people who's particularly adept with that. You know, I know my limits. I can do some basics, but if anything beyond that, I tend to I would defer to an expert. But I gotta tell you, I'm looking at that, and even my untrained eye is telling me, don't sneeze too closely near this property because a wall might collapse. Is the vibe. That is absolutely the Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, again, they want a lot of money for this. Remember this. They want a lot of money for this. Next, everybody. CJ, bit of polyfail would be fine. I admire your optimism, CJ. Lovely to see you, friend. How are you doing? Good evening. How is Doug? I think Darth is lurking in the background because she's got stuff to do. So if you would be so kind, CJ, to give yourself a shout out. With my blessing, please give yourself a shout out so we can get people to click on the link. We are doing all right. It's a bit warm. It is, and it's only going to get warmer. It's going to get warmer. There we are. Baldur's Gate. Yeah, you were doing Baldur's Gate 3 co-op, weren't you? I was being very lurky. I was aware, though. Who was it you were playing with? Was it Frosty and Shaky or Melons? Or there was a combo. Wasn't it? I know you were playing with 2 or 3 of them. It was it's Hurst. Frosty and Hurst. Right. Yes. I have to keep remembering that Hurst he used to be Dewhurst, didn't he? Petey Hurst. I must remember that I always keep forgetting he's changed his name a bit, you know. Not for me. I have a portable AC. Yes, I was going to say, oh, look, I can do this now. I can do this, or so I've got that going, or right, I can do I can do both now. That's quite good. Yes, I do. The best. Seriously, it was the best 250 quid I ever spent. That portable AC I've got. I have a fan here, Glenn, but it's still warm. Yeah, but the thing is, they nice and cool here, isn't it? Yeah. You see, yeah. I mean, there's people in chat who are giving you daggers right now, mate. Got to tell you. Doug's got the benefit of both the big floor and the water air cooler. Nice, yeah. You can create I mean, what do they call them? I think they call them. I mean, it's a shame I haven't got any American friends in at the moment because I think they call them swamp fans. I mentioned this before. You literally get like a fan, and you get a tray of ice. You know, just a big tray of ice which you put in front of the fan, and obviously as the ice melts, it kind of it evaporates cold air, which is then pushed out by the fan. It's kind of swamp cooler, I think they call it. So, because obviously it's super humid, because it's just literally cold spray that you're essentially sending around the room. But I know that's kind of like kind of a quick and dirty way of getting a bit of cool into a room, you know. Yeah, you can put ice packs into the water tanks are kind of similar. Yeah, it is. Before I forget, CJ's link is there. Fantastic streamer, he really is. I have known him forever. Everybody, in Twitch terms, I've known this person for so very long, so very long indeed. Please be clicking through and giving him a follow. And of course, Domestic Bliss. I've known them for way too long, even longer. Just ridiculously so. It's just not even funny how long I've known Sarah and Glenn. And that yes, Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Is it only me, right? I know we're going off on a bit of an aside here, but is it only me who thinks that when it's called like Death Stranding 2 on the beach, to me that sounds like a wacky comedy. It sounds like a sequel to it's obviously a sequel to Death Stranding 2, but it's like I'm thinking like Police Academy. Right, and I'm going back a bit. This is a bit of a deep cut, but I'm hoping some of you might remember them. But yeah, Carry On Stranding 2 on the beach. Yeah, sounds like we should be seeing Norman Reedus in a mankini, or yeah, we should be seeing there should be hijinks going on. You know, oh, I say, Oh, yes. What larks on the beach? Oh, dear. There's the lady has lost her bra. Ha ha. You know. And, but yeah, I mean, like, Police Academy, right? What was one of the, like, one of them was called Citizens on Patrol. One of them was called Mission to Moscow. You know, all this, they were like called Police Academy 1, 2, 3, and they always had the subtitle. So Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Yes. You know, it's a Love Island spin-off on the beach, exactly. So it's not just basically what I'm asking. It's not just me, is it? It's not just me whose thought processes go down the same light thinking. Yeah, Naked Gun 2.5, The Smell of Fear. It's the same idea, isn't it? Yeah, Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Woo! You know, and then you get like jaunty 60s music or 70s music going on. You know. Zodiac Killer 2 on the beach. I've done it now. I'm ruining a very seriously themed game. The game is very deep. It's about the nature of connection in a disconnected age, and what does it mean to truly be human in an age when people sort of don't die, and it's a Hideo Kojima masterpiece, and we're just like, ooh, on the beach. Jesus Christ. Saving Private Ryan on the beach. Oh, no. Oh, no. Time. No. Jesus Christ. Oh, if you're not already following Domestic Bliss, please, despite my better judgment, please do follow them. I might have known that I was talking to Sarah and Glenn recently, and I'm working it out. I've known them for 8 years, which in internet terms is forever. Seriously, 2017 is when I became aware of these reprobates. Oh my God! Please be following them. They're wonderful. And what have you? Where am I? I'm just catch up. I only watch people who could drive. Sorry, that's why I'm never here. Hey. Yes, we do. Well, yes, when we do drive fast. No questions asked. When we do ETS2, there's a new. I'm very excited because they're doing Iceland next. I know America Truck Sim has got is it Iowa's coming up, so that's great as well. But I'm very excited about the new European one because Iceland's going to look amazing when they drop that. Crumpet, hello, welcome in as well. Welcome in. We're doing the Madhouse listings, Sex in the City, On the Beach. That is probably its literal name, Young Crumpet. That actually was probably what it was called. You know, it's like that. You know the one that I remember. The reason that I think it stuck in my head that. Okay, and this is a deep cut, and I'm showing my age a little bit. Are You Being Served? Yeah, 1970s British sitcom. Yeah, very, I'm free, very, very cheeky, very, very jaunty, all that kind of stuff. They did a film. What the tendency was is that if a sitcom did well in England in the like 70s and early 80s, they would do a film special. Yeah. It was like, now on the big screen. So Steptoe Son, that was massive. They did a film version. Porridge, massive. They did a film version. Yeah, like a film special and what have you. Are You Being Served? Did massive. They did a film version. On the Buses, massive. They did a film version. Okay, and the one thing that ties all of them in, and Dave has got it, is basically every single one of them was the Porridge one was just about acceptable. The rest of them were absolutely. Yeah, they were shockingly bad because it took them out of their normal setting. Because the way they do it, because they have to, instead of like a 30-minute episode, 25-minute episode. Welcome in, Perfecto Plexo. It's my rant about 70 sitcoms that brought you in, wasn't it? Welcome into the lounge. We will go back to the Madhouse listings in a minute. Where was I? Yeah, to stretch it out to like a 90 minute thing, they usually took them somewhere else outside of their normal setting. Steptoe Son was about them going on holiday or trying to go on holiday. Are You Being Served? They literally went on a Spanish holiday together, on a company holiday, as Sir Dave said. And that's what was in my head when I saw Death Stranding 2 on the beach. For some reason, I just started thinking, it's an Are You Being Served type play that they've made here. They're going to a new wacky, and if you think about what it is, right? In Death Stranding 2, what is the plot? The first plot was good and successful. What are they doing? They're going to another country. That's not a spoiler, by the way. You get literally told that within like the first 3 minutes of the game. You end up going. You're off to another country, so it's like, whoa, mission to Mexico, wacky hijinks. He's even got a small child which could be cute and do annoying things. It's 70s sitcom, courtesy of Hideo Kojima. I'm here for the rant! Exclamation mark rant perfecto plexo. I think it's I think you might be able to use it. Is it a GIF level one or is it actually a follow level one? No, sorry. Can somebody do exclamation mark rant? It's a sub level one. Somebody do. There we go. There we go. Oh dear. I enjoy watching folks from outside the UK react to old UK. Oh god, you know we should do those on stream. Those PSAs. I know Ashens does it. You know, the big streamer. But I swear to God, you know he doesn't have a monopoly on that. But we should do our own take on those PSAs. Some of the road safety stuff we saw was just brutal. The one I remember, Snafu, and again, apologies if you're not from the UK. If you're not from the UK, this might be lost on you, but we will educate you. Okay, is the 70s public service announcements were there's absolutely no punches pulled. Okay, children died in them, probably for real. Can't guarantee that bit, but they probably died. Okay, the one I remember, the sports day one on the railway, yeah, that was bad. Basically, I think they killed an entire class of 9-year-olds in that one. Seriously, that was unrelenting. I'm thinking the one about the electricity substation. There was one where these children go playing around an electricity substation. Yeah, burnt them to a crisp. And it's shown on screen. They show it on screen, and this is, you know what I mean. They just absolutely did not give a in the 70s about it. They would say, you do not play anywhere near electricity substations, right? You just don't. You don't do it. And this is what happens when you do. Sorry, we're oh dear. Right. I went off on one there slightly. Welcome in once again, Perfecto Plexo. Welcome into the lounge. Let's just do a quick intro. When you're in the lounge, for the first time, I do like to let you know, this is the lounge. You get yourself a virtual comfy chair when you do follow. As you can see, you make yourself at home in here. It's a very chill. We have a well-stocked bar and all that kind of stuff. Perfecto Plexo, you are definitely from the UK because you know who Charlie is. We are a cat streamer. Lord Archibald is a little bit like Charlie because he's a Ginger Tom. We are, as you can see him there. He does exist. He's a real cat. I'll show him when he arrives. But yeah, Charlie says, I mean, God, what were they thinking with Charlie? I mean, what was it? He was full on child kidnapping reminders, wasn't he? About, you know. Charlie says, don't get into the cars of people you don't know. And it's like, what? Oh, hello. There he is. There. Thank you for the bits as well, by extension there, Staffu. That is Lord Archibald. He's in charge of the lounge, and he does exist in real life. I will show him when he's here. So much so, that's where he would be. That's where he would be. Yeah, when he is here. But yeah, welcome in, UK person perfecto. The fact that you gave me a deep cut around Charlie says, excellent. I love it. You'll fit in well here, friend. You're passing the vibe check within 30 seconds. I love it. Right. Right. Your stitches are coming out Monday, Glenn. Good. I'm really glad to hear it. Really glad to hear it, mate, because I know it's been giving you jip, you know. Kojima is actually a secret fan of 1970s BBC comedies like Butterflies. Oh, God, do you remember that one? Love is like a butterfly, gentle as the something sky. And then, if you think about that, that was a really quite downbeat sitcom because she basically played an extremely unhappy housewife who was on the edge of constantly having an affair. She was already having an emotional affair with the other guy, if you see what I mean. She just never kind of made it physical. Pretty dark, really, for a sitcom, really. But yeah, I would love it if Hideo Kojima was an Are You Being Served fan. You know what I mean? Butterflies was quite sad when you think about it. It was. Oh, Butterflies was really downbeat. It really was. Really downbeat. When you think about the actual themes that it was about essentially an unhappy marriage. You know, she still had loyalty to her husband in it, if you see what I mean. But at the same time, she was kind of frustrated and wanted to be elsewhere. You know what I mean? It's like not exactly what I would call the usual themes for a popular sitcom, but here we are. It got made and it did quite well. Sorry, I'm just making sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah, Iceland DSC, where we do a frozen food shop while driving. Yeah, we can go get ourselves a prawn ring crumpet. Who doesn't love a prawn ring? And then, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I wonder how far off Iceland is, though, since they announced Nordic Horizons a while back, and that's still not out. Yeah, I do hope. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Nordics is meant to be out, isn't it? The extension to Norway, etc. Yeah, it's a good point, CJ. I do hope we see them soon. You know. We should have an old person movie night, over 35s only, and watch stupid old films. You know what? Now that it's in my head. Thank you, CJ. That didn't distract me at all, what I've just seen in chat. Prawn ring, eh? Yes. I believe it's a delicacy that is very popular in UK supermarkets, actually. Reginald Perrin. You know what I will do? I actually will go and find on the YouTube some of those PSAs, those 1970s PSAs, and we'll have a watch along in stream. And you know what I mean? Because they are literally public service announcements. There's no copyright per se against them. So I'm happy to do that. I think we'll put them up on stream and we'll have a look. But yeah, there's some absolutely there's some amazing PSAs out there. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, they will traumatize. For those of you who didn't grow up with them, okay, they will traumatize you. Okay, so there will be a trauma warning. But remember, they were aimed at kids, so that they're PG. They are essentially, by definition, PG-13 friendly. But the 1970s version. Yeah, you know, right. Oh my god, right, whatever. Let me just make sure. But yeah, Snafu, it's a very good shout. They are brutal. Right, where am I? I think I'm on. We're going to go back to the house listing. Appropriately, the rank GIF has an electricity piling in the background. I didn't even notice that. But you're right now that I think about it. Yeah, that works quite well then, doesn't it? But yeah, there was some. You know the one. You know one of the older sitcoms that has I mean, some old sitcoms don't age particularly well sometimes. You know the one that's actually aged really badly, and you could take your pick here. And again, apologies if you're not from the UK. This is a bit of a UK deep cut segment we're doing. Do you remember Bread? You never see it repeated, or if you do, it's hidden away somewhere. You know, and it's about all those lovable Scousers, right? Yeah, Bread. That has not. I mean, it was. I didn't particularly like it anyway. But Bread has not aged well at all. And I'll tell you one of the main reasons why. Scousers hate it. Scousers hate Bread. And I'll tell you one of the reasons is. Do you remember one of the main bits of it was that they were always on the fiddle? Yeah, there was literally almost every episode. The eldest, what was the eldest called in it? You know, the eldest son. His job, he always said greetings, didn't he? Like he was like meant to be suave or something. And it would be him going to the dole office, the benefits office, to make up another claim to get more money off the government. Seriously, it just massively. Underscored that cliche and stereotype of Scousers being on the fiddle. You know what I mean? So I don't think they liked it when it came out. They hate it now. And when you watch it back, it seriously, it's like wow. Yeah. It was a typical 1980s London-centric stereotype of people from Liverpool, right? I know because we never watched it. You know what? You know what the kicker is, CJ? It was written. I think the main writer was Carla Lane, who wrote The Liver Birds and is from Liverpool. So make of that what you will. Oh yeah, CJ. It was just you know it did but yeah you watch it's, and it is, and when you watch Bread, when you watch it, it's actually not very funny. As in, like, forget everything else, it's just actually not very funny at all. Are You Being Served, even though it's very kind of 70s and dated and has got like lots of groan-worthy lines, is still watchable. It's grown. It's like, oh god, they're talking about Mrs. Slocum's pussy again, you know. But it's kind of got a joyfulness to it, which makes it watchable. Bread's just really rubbish. Guess you didn't like her hometown all that much. I think it was a misjudged attempt at humour. Yeah, Bottom was great. That was I can't believe that's 30 years old now. That came out in the mid-90s. Bottom. Porridge, brilliant still. Rising Damp, good. Again, another one which again you think, some themes in that one. Blackadder, yeah. Again, Blackadder, over 40 years old. Even Blackadder 4 came out in 1989, 36 years ago, mate. I mean, if you want to feel old, well, I do. I heard the same about Cilla Black. Played the fact that she was Liverpool to the max, but hated it. Yeah, never. Yeah. A lot of Scousers had no time for Cilla Black as well, because she played up the all right, we're all having a lot of fun. She lived nowhere near Liverpool. As soon as she could get out, she did, and barely came back. She only played it up, and to all intents and purposes, apparently was a terrible person. As in, like, there's lots of anecdotes out there about how she was really just a really unpleasant person to work with. There is a fun story. Okay, this is anecdotal. I'm not saying this is true, but this is the story that I heard. Is that Cilla Black, right? Towards the end, you might recall. You know, like, let's take a comparison, right? So Bruce Forsyth, he worked right up to the point that he no longer could. Prime time, BBC. He was presenting royalty. He was, as it were, right to the end. Yeah, he was getting work, as it were, right up to the point that he no longer could do the work. Cilla Black, you will probably notice, kind of disappeared from your screens probably a good 10 years, 15 years before she passed away. All right? And the story goes is that earlier in her career, and apparently she was notorious for this, she was an absolute to like an intern or a runner or a junior who was on one of her shows, right? You know what I mean? Absolute, like, you know, just stone cold, horrible person. But this person remembered that. This person ended up as head of commissioning, head of commissioning for ITV. Yeah, that says the senior exec. And when they got to that level of power, they cut her off at knees. He made sure that and basically he says, I believe the words were, as long as I am in charge, she will never get another gig on this show, on this channel, never. And of course, because she burnt bridges everywhere, no other channels wanted her. So if you look at that, if you go look at her filmography or TVography or something like that, she had very little work towards the end because of what she did. There you go. Fun fact. Yeah, karma. For karma. Welcome in, Bitball. I like that you. I like you censoring because well, you see, we are a 33. So if I started going and why don't you shove it up your and why don't you also go in with your? I wouldn't be a PG-30 stream anymore. Oh dear, Mr. Meatball. Hello. I hope you're having a good day. We are doing house listings. I will carry on with this in a minute. Prawn rings and margaritas next Northern Night Out, I say. Oh, God, we'd be living the dream, Crumpets. Living the dream. Oh, chips and gravy needs to be in there as well. I've watched some Americans react to those PSAs, says Sir Dave, and they are shocked. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do a PSA special now that the seed of that idea has been kind of planted. And it's not, again, full disclosure, it's not an original idea in terms of streaming. I know for a fact, like say, Ashens and others have done it. Other retro. Nostalgia. There are like a lot of nostalgia. Shall we call them nostalgia streamers out there who do a lot of that kind of stuff? Probably better than I would ever do it. But yeah. We will do our own. We will do a lounge version thereof. Okay. I'm sorry, I've been slow. Hello. I immediately scanned the chat for food talk, and of course I see one. Hello. How are you doing? Yes, we've been talking about prawn rings from Iceland, friend. How are you? How are you doing? Don't think. Yeah, you didn't like bread at a time as well. Yeah, it was a weird one. It was a weird one. It wasn't that good. Wasn't that good. That said. Out of terrible sitcoms, right? Out of terrible sitcoms, like bona fide, where they might have had like the odd moments in a more innocent time, but then went on way too long. Last of the Summer Wine. We've talked about Last of the Summer Wine. I love the tune. Now, the reason I have a fondness for Last of the Summer Wine, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. It was not great. It wasn't great. Early, it was never like Heights, but in its prime, like the early seasons when it was Compo, Clegg, and Foggy, there was an innocent air about it. But what I also remember was that my nan, was long passed away, but my nan particularly loved it because of the scenery. Yeah, and I picked up her love of it because she just liked the look of it. It's in a, I know where it was filmed. You know what I mean? It's not that far from me. Holmfirth, if you want to ever go find the area. They still do tours, actually. I've been in Sid's Cafe. There's a picture literally of me in Sid's Cafe. Yeah, it was gentle. The thing I was always, it was always a gentle hug in that it was it was all right, but because it was always a Sunday evening, I remember being a school kid, obviously, is that it meant that school was about to happen. So I always felt like it was always associated with that a bit. But that's it. I also remember when Daddy Wisdom Daughter was very young, like very like baby, kind of like little babby young, so like toddler young, is one of the things that we'd have on the TV while trying to help her settle was Last of the Summer Wine. Because of the tune and because it was kind of lightweight, and to this day, I have very fond memories of the theme. Boom, boom, boom. It's lovely. So there was a lot. Later series, it was like it was a real zombie show. It went on way longer than it should have, and all that kind of stuff. But towards the end, it was bad. Seriously, it was objectively bad because all the main characters were dead. Like literally, the actors had passed on, and they just kept replacing them. It was like the Ship of Theseus, yeah. Or Plato's Chair. Choose whichever one you prefer. Where is it? All right, for those, right, sorry, I've just realised who I'm talking to. Ship of Theseus, right? Okay. Is that to preserve the memory of the ship, every time something started rotting on it, they'd replace it. And to eventually, the philosophical question was, I've replaced everything of the original Ship of Theseus. Is it still the same ship? Yeah? I'm one of those. Plato's Chair is the same idea. If you change bits, like the leg needs replacing, then you end up replacing all four legs, and then the seat needs replacing, you replace the seat in the back. Is it still the same chair? Because all the original stuff is gone, but over time it's kept the same essence. Anyway, that's just a long-winded way of talking about Last of the Summer Wine. It was later episodes. It was Last of the Summer Wine. But one of the only original pieces left was Clegg, yeah, and he was in his 90s and he was barely in it at the end. Everything else had been replaced with other people, really, other people gone and gone, Yeah. So it was a bit of a a bit of a zombie show at the end. You know what I mean? But that said, that core memory of it, I have fond memories of. Anyway, where am I? Yeah, let me see. I'm going to get you back onto the stuff in a bit. Can I ask me if this theory of winning 20k is good? Let me catch up. Yeah, Porridge was amazing. Domestic Bliss. Yes, loved Porridge. The writing was so tight. I remember they had an interview with Ronnie Barker about it because they did like a retrospective. Remember they did a retrospective special or something, like an anniversary special at some point. Not an actual show, but an actual talk about it. And it was 2 seasons only. And they talked about it, and he did say his one regret is that they didn't do a 3rd season, because he says in retrospect he felt he had material for a 3rd season, but what he ended up doing instead was, do you remember Going Straight, the sequel? So the sequel to Porridge was where Ronnie Barker, Fletch gets out of prison, and they did a season of him and Godber like going straight, but they said it removed all the tension. They said and he says his regret was that because they took away that kind of dynamic, that one season of Going Straight just wasn't nearly as funny. And he says one of them was because they'd taken away the conflict, as it were. And he says, actually, in retrospect, he felt about it. And then obviously, Beckinsale passed away as well, which kind of put kibosh of any idea of revisiting it. And that was his biggest regret, because he did actually think, we do have I do have ideas for a 3rd series. I should have done it. But he couldn't then go back to it because obviously losing Beckinsale meant that he could never do it, So, yeah, but only 2 seasons, I believe. 2 seasons and was it 1 or 2 films? Was it 1 or 2 films? But basically, there were not that many episodes. Was it 3? Yeah, am I getting it wrong? Is it 2 and they should have done a 3rd, or was it 3 and they should have done a 4th? I think it was 2 and they should have done a 3rd, though. Right, what should you say? So you got a fortune from a fortune cookie. Your dreams will come true in August. And just 3 weeks ago, there's a chance to win 20k from a Pepsi lottery, and I need to put bottle caps in to have a chance to win. But the lottery ends the beginning of September, so end of August does seem. Does that mean my wish will come true if winning 20k? That's interesting. I would say yes, because time zones come into play, Mr. Meatball. Time zones come into play. So when they say, okay, the lottery ends beginning of September, if that is kind of like, let's say it is American Eastern time, yeah, you could go back a bit, like all the way to Hawaii, and maybe it is still end of August technically. That's my thinking. I think you might be all right. I also associate the end credit music to London's Burning being the end of the weekend, and it's probably time to go to bed. Yeah, I remember that. But it did mean, Last of Some Wine did mean that school was coming, so that kind of was put the kibosh on being super happy about it being on telly, Father Ted suffers the same fate with the death of Dermot Morgan. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and because you do know they would have probably ended up doing a special at some point. Because the It Crowd, which was also written by Graham Lineman, was they did do kind of a reunion episode, didn't they? They did like a follow-up episode or whatever. They did something that was like a few years later and stuff like that. I feel they would have done that for Father Ted at some point, but obviously you don't when you lose the main character. Well, you shouldn't anyway. That's Life. Yeah, that's the same. When That's Life was on, that was it. No more telly after That's Life. We were allowed to watch That's Life, and then that was it. We were done. Yeah. God, That's Life was kind of weird as well. It was such a anybody who doesn't know That's Life with Esther Ranson, what a show that was, because it gave you whiplash, that show, right? Because it had so many tonal shifts. Because on one side, they do like a wacky thing about a talking dog that can say sausages, and then they'd go right onto an investigative piece about abuse at a boarding school. I'm not kidding. This is, you know what I mean? It was like, look at the funny dog. Right. And now we're going to talk about this school and these, you know what I mean? It's what? You know, it went from very serious to very lightweight in the blink of an eye. That show, it was full on. Gippin, welcome in. I see you, friend. How are you? How's your weekend going, friend? Good to see you. Good to see you. Right. Let me just see. I think we're almost there. All the first horses got away with it with Grandad, but it wasn't the same. Yeah, well, they were very clever with that. First of all, it was because it was just there was two things that went on with that. First of all, Leonard Pierce passed away after just the first season, so they still had time because they were still building their presence, as it were, or so they had time anyway. And I believe contractually they were on the hook for 2 seasons anyway. The BBC said it had them we've actually got. We're expecting 2 seasons of you, but they had, they understood, they were sympathetic, but at the same time they were then saying to David Sullivan and friends, how do you want to proceed? How you want to deal with this? Do you just want to do a quick? And the thought was, could they just do a lift and shift? Just put a new character, not say anything, just put a new character in, a new actor into the same character. But the way they were very clever is that they literally wrote the funeral episode. You all remember they did an episode. The first episode of season 2 was the funeral of Grandad, and they said, and then the episode after that was the introduction of Uncle Albert. So they wrote it very, very well. They introduced them. It was very clever how they did that. Doing great. Weekend is very chill. Yeah, it's a chill one here. It's obviously warming up. I believe it's going to be proper hot in another maybe tomorrow or Monday as well. Good to see you. We're doing Madhouse listings. I'm going to get back to the Madhouse listings in a minute. I promise. Trigger's one of the best characters ever made. That bar scene. Yeah. I mean, I believe didn't that get voted like one of the number 1 comedy sitcom moment? They did a big poll, didn't they? And Trigger, the whole thing with Trigger and Del Boy, with Del Boy falling through the bar, was like seen as number 1. Oh dear. Channel 4 back in 2000 or so. Yeah, I remember they did that. Be interesting to see what if anything new would come in these days. But we consume TV shows very differently these days. Yeah, we don't have that idea of a tentpole watching of something on a certain time on a certain day. We don't have that kind of. I mean, it's still there, but it's kind of on its last legs. This idea of you all sit down and watch something at 8 o'clock on a Saturday or something like that. It's like lots of granular streaming services. If I talk to the young uns, I talk to Daddy with some daughter. It's all YouTube stuff like that. The concept of actually sitting down and watching broadcast telly is it's an alien concept. It's just something they just. I mean, maybe a live sporting event would perhaps be the only thing really these days. Other than that, it's like just don't consume BBC material like that at all, or any broadcast TV like that at all. It's all YouTube, Netflix, etc. I remember watching the opening of Channel 4. So Dave, I'm going to age myself. I do too. I watched, ladies and gentlemen, and I think Dave did as well, the very first episode of Countdown with Richard Whiteley and Carol Vorderman. I watched the very first episode. Exciting times. What a time to be alive. Crystal Maze, that was a classic. They revived that, didn't they, with Edgar Tudor Pole, which was okay. And then they revived it again. What's he called? The guy who plays Moz in The It Crowd. You know what I mean? But he came back, and apparently that was quite good as well. Oh God, yeah. Open all hours. That was a mistake. They did still open all hours, and I watched one episode of that. Right, Richard. Is it Ayoade? Yeah, Richard Ayoade. Thank you, CJ Snafu. Apparently, those modern episodes that he did were meant to be okay. They did open all hours, and they did still open all hours. And the problem with it was, all it did was underline how good open all hours was when somebody who isn't Ronnie Barker isn't involved, basically, because it was really bad. And they got the character wrong. Like Granville, right, in the original, all right? Hey, Vinny, hello. We're having a very deep cut talk about UK TV shows, so apologies, my Netherlands friend. But welcome in. How are you? I hope you're well. We're going to go back to Madhouse listings in a minute, I promise. Yeah, the original Open All Hours, Granville, Granville, get your cloth and all that, is that the whole thing about him was that he was frustrated in life, yeah? In that he was the dreamer, yeah? He was dreaming big, he wanted a life outside the shop, he wanted to be this suave, international man of mystery, but, he was ultimately, though, just like the assistant in this, like, little northern backstreet convenience store, yeah. But he wasn't like Arkwright, who was like the miserly one, the grasping one. And then I watched that episode. One of the episodes is Still Open All Hours, and they turned Granville into Arkwright, into a version of Arkwright, and it was completely wrong for the character. I know they had to set it in the shop to try and kind of anchor it, but it was terrible because they were trying to make it fit, but it says that character wouldn't have done that. Yeah, that character would not have taken that arc. They would have done something else. They wouldn't have become him, and it was very weird that they made him like that. But there we are. Young Ones, oh yes, classic 80s, yeah, yes. It was very controversial for its time when it first came out because it was so unlike anything else. It was very anarchic. It Crowd, yes, right. Where were we? Yes, we were looking at this. So this is the cabin house, right? So let me just show you again. This is the front of it, all right? So it's like a horror. This is like there's a lot of money involved here. If you want to buy this, I believe the latest is $1.5 million. In New York, you can still buy it. It's a live house listing. Look at the state of it, right? That's what it looks like. This is what it looks like. Here's the front, or a front. I don't know if this is the front at all, actually. Yeah, no worries. Go get your tea, CJ. Go get your tea. Thank you for being here, friend. It's all a little bit rustic. So let me take you indoors. I think I've got an indoor shot at last. Oh no, it's no. We're not. We're on the veranda. I mean, it's oh my lord. Yeah. So this is a one. Exactly. Domestic bliss. This is. This is a little bit shonky. Yeah, this is I think it feels like it's been thrown together. This almost literally. Look at the damp. I guess they built themselves. It feels like a home build, doesn't it? Look at it. Yeah, look at it. It's you can smell this house, can't you? House at the end of the lane. Yeah, looks like a horror movie waiting to happen. This is literally the Amityville Horror, isn't it? Look at the state of it. Do you like the Are those nails? Can you see that? I think are those exposed nails? There. Yeah, roofing nails. Okay, dampen. Right. Okay, so that's not good, is it? I don't think that's good. It's treated wood that they haven't painted either. Yeah. So okay, so watch where you put your hands and feet in this property because you never know if you're going to feel a little prick. Basically, I mean, if you paid 1.5 to 1.9 million dollars for this place, you might feel more than a little prick. I don't know. If Sarah farts 1.9 million. Oh dear! I don't think you're getting that covered under your building's insurance, are you, Glenn? Oh dear. Yeah, there usually be a finish on the inside. Yeah, it is a little bit incomplete, Vinny, is it not? Right, hang on, I've got another picture for you. Ooh! It's right next to some swampland. What is going on here? I'm trying to parse what I'm looking at. What's going on with this here? Is this rope? What is this? Phone's up. Phone's up. What happened? She had gas. No thanks, demolish it. I don't know what's going on. Also, can I point out, what is that? Is that an animal? That looks to be like a skin. That looks like the pelt of a squirrel. Is it just me, or does that look like something that's been skinned? I mean, it adds to the horror movie. This is pure horror movie. This place, yeah. This place is terrifying. It's Blair Witch meets Amityville Horror meets Cabin in the Woods. I've got a listing for you. DM me, Crumpet. DM me. I'm always open to new materials. DM me, my friend. I know, and we can get it. I can get it added. If a house ever said haunted, you found it. 1.9 mil gets you a free curse. Oh dear, can you imagine? I wonder if the estate agent's a ghost. Yeah, so yeah. All right, so is it convenient? Is it convenient for like road transport and stuff? It's like, oh, wrong button. Yes, it is extremely convenient for all roads here and in the Netherlands. Not the actual Netherlands, the lands of Nether, Vinny, just to be clear here. I'm not talking about like where you live. I'm talking about like, like in Minecraft, they have the Nether, yeah? So it's like those kind the Nether, the ones in Netherlands, those ones, right? Okay. Looks like a house from Red Dead Redemption with the same level of amenities, I reckon. Yeah, your car can get there if you swim. Yeah, it's not the lowlands. The Nether. Actually, I've got a scenic view for you. Actually, if you want to see what you look from, this is the view. Oh no! There you go. I mean, this is. Do they have crocodiles in New York State? I don't know. It seems nice. Vinny, you are way too polite, my friend. I reckon there might be the occasional croc. I mean, seriously, it looks very crocodile friendly, but I don't know if it's the right part of the world though. Young Crumpet, thank you, mate. We might not get it to. I'm looking at the time. I'm pretty certain we won't get to it today, but I will make sure it's on the viewing list, friend. I appreciate you for actually sending something my way as well. I really do. I've watched Neverending Story. Even a horse ain't getting through there. Too soon, mate. Too soon. Even 45 years later, it's too soon. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Let me show you another aspect. Here we go. Oh, what's going on here? Oh wow. Right. Okay. So you've got. What is this, like a greenhouse thing going on here? Yeah, too soon. I still tear up at the mud scene. Yeah. Wizard knows that scene cuts deep. Yeah, yeah. I know my old school pop culture, probably way too much. Watched too much telly as a child. Oh no, actually, correction. I'm a child of the 70s and 80s. That's all I had. So too right, I watched too much telly. There was nothing else. It does look sketchy. It does look sketchy. This though, gotta tell you, it's 90% plywood. Well, nice and light, nice and cool in the summer. Then it's almost trying to be a Hobbit hole. Yeah, if the Hobbit who built it was on meth, yeah, I can imagine. If there's ever such a thing as, if there's ever such a thing like as, well, actually, hobbits drink, don't they? They do like their beer. They do love a beer, hobbits, don't they? Yeah, I'm pretty certain that's canon. I think they do beers. So if you can imagine a hobbit who's quite drunk quite a lot of the time, it feels like they then decided to make themselves a hobbit hole and then got a little bit confused because they were like 5 pints, 10 pints down, whatever, and there we are. Imagine having a skylight on that and all you see is dirt and worms. Maybe that's the aesthetic they're going for. You know, it could well be what they're trying to do. You know, hang on, I've got another picture. I've got more pictures for you. I'm not even indoors yet. There's more. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like this. I really don't like the rope and the meat hook. This is Dead by Daylight. This is legitimately Dead by Daylight. That's the meat hook thing they do in the game. Glenn, you play this game. Yeah? That's literally the meat hook thing they do. Schmiegel going back to the house. Going back to the Shire, this is the house he builds. You know, again, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, people. Oh, Jesus. Oh, good. Now you love it. Yeah. That's an anchor. Yeah, for some reason, there's a boat hook, a pointy boat hook attached. I think it's meant to be a swing. Pretty sure I saw Sarah run away into that house once. Yeah. You know what, right? If I'm being super charitable, super, you know, there's a reasonable explanation for everything, okay? If I'm trying to do that, that is meant to be a child's swing. Now, are they having a good childhood? I mean, maybe. Maybe not. Okay? Maybe not. But I think it's meant to be a swing for a child. You see what I mean? It's meant to be. Oh my God! Sorry! Alright, my dear, are you doing this? The Southwest is in the house now. It's my favourite. It's my favourite, second favourite Southwester person. Don't ask me how the first person is. It'll just make it awkward. How are you doing? Giggle Gum, welcome in the Danish Wasper. Oh, I like that name. Welcome in Dark Star. Actually, you know what you need? Dark Star is here. All right, mate. How you doing? Welcome in. Have I got any active mods? Have I got any active mods at the moment? I think Darth might be lurking, so I'll do it myself. Tori, you were playing Cult of the Lamb. I know that for a fact. Sorry, you my. Good. Is that doing that? Yes, there we go. You were playing Cult of the Lamb with crowd control. I saw it. I didn't have a chance to kind of sit down and watch it properly. I have two windows open. Yes, you're getting me in stereo, Vinny. Tori, thank you so much for your raid. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you for bringing your community across. I will try and look after them. How are you doing, mate? Looking forward to catching up with you next Saturday at Bury Arcade Club, because we're going to Twitch Manchester. It's an actual official Twitch meetup in the Bury Arcade Club, which is an amazing venue. If you've never been before, anybody, those who've not heard of it, an amazing place, absolutely amazing place. So yes, looking forward to seeing you and others, and we can talk about how your cult is going, actually. And it's on brand for you for playing Cult of the Lamb, actually, because it's like, you know, very much in your shtick. That I love it. I think she's run straight off to get food, but she sends love. Was a chaotic cult stream. Love it. Yeah, no worries. But yeah, Tori, if you do watch the VOD, you can hear me in the distance. Thank you. I appreciate you. Love you loads. Thank you so much, mate. For those who are new here, my name is Daddy Wisdom. I am a variety streamer. You are now in the lounge. If you follow, you get a virtual comfy chair like the ones you now see on screen. We have a well-stocked bar with a half-decent selection of spirits and alcohol, and basically the vibe is very much of a chill lounge where we do. That. Yeah, I will hydrate. Where we just talk nonsense. We play indie games. We play a few other like rotation games like Euro Truck and a few other bits, but we do love our indie gems, but we also do a lot of chat, very community focused, and we are currently doing mad house listings. These are real houses. You can buy these places, no lie. You can literally buy these places if you have the money, and we're just looking at a delightful property in Brookhaven, New York. And that's where we are at the moment, basically. So yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Do make yourself at home. And we will carry on. So yeah, this is where we're up to. So Jesus Christ. So if you want this place, 1.9 mil. I believe it's been reduced. I've been told it's now a mere 1.5 mil. So an absolute bargain. Absolute bargain, ladies and gentlemen. 1.5 mil, 1.9 mil. And as you can see, we think this is actually a Dead by Daylight property. Oh dear. Yeah. And here we go. So we've got this going on basically. We've got another picture, so we'll carry on. Let's carry on looking. Boom. Right. Okay. Right now. Right. So it all makes a bit more sense now in terms of how it's set up. So you've got the main horror house. Okay. You've got the main horror house. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And then you've got the guest horror house here. So if you have people like, if you've got a bit of overspill, all right. This is where you put them. This is for guest hauntings. So main hauntings in the main house here, and then guest hauntings in the little annex. Is kind of how I see it. And the more I look at this, the more I do think I'm looking at a Dead by Daylight level. Seriously, this is. I'm not wrong, am I? Yeah. I mean, hang on. I've got another picture for you. Right, I don't like that. For reasons I can't quite put into words. I don't like that quite a lot. That feels very. I don't know. I'm getting a you're in danger vibe from this. You know what I mean? I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, if I cross the threshold here, I'm kind of no longer exactly in the world of the living. You know, I feel like I've moved one step closer to the afterlife. Yeah, I grew up rough and I don't fancy it. Yeah, and you feel that you can fix up a lot of things as well, don't you, Glenn? So you know, it's like if this is no, it's yeah. I think I've got an indoor picture for you. You ain't doing it. Well, hang on. You haven't seen the inside yet. Is this is this the shed or is this the real house? What is going on? There's a witch's broom. There's a pitchfork type thing going. I don't know what that is. It's got character, but for 1.9 mil, it's not worth the effort. No, for 1.9 mil, you're buying surely all you're doing is buying the land so you can put an actual property worth living in. Surely, you know. I don't know how it works. I know in America, it varies by state to state as to what you're allowed to do and not allowed to do. This is awful. Look at it. It is so shonky. It is so nasty. It is so rough. Nothing has been finished. You see what I mean? Nothing has been painted. I'm not sure much of it has been sanded. Actually, they've done the bare minimum, really. You know, not paying. Yeah, yeah, exactly. If you buy this and then you have to start work. I mean, that's it. If you've paid 1.9 mil and then your job is just working on the house, ugh. But it's so bad. It's nasty. I don't like it. Hang on, I've got another picture. Again, this just feels like this has got to be the shed. This has got to be the word. This doesn't feel like the house at all. I mean, what's going on with this? It's confusing more than anything else. I mean, I do like how they've like artfully shown. You know, they've staged the photo with a bit of greenery on the left. You know, if this was my shed or greenhouse, I'm happy, but not an actual house. Yeah, I mean, this has got to be that annexy greenhouse, surely. Can you imagine if this is like, no, this is the main living room. Welcome in. Hang on. Have we got anything that looks like a livable room yet? Let me have a look. Oh, okay. Okay, I think this is in the main house, maybe. I think we're actually into like the living quarters now. And I put that in quotes, living quarters, yeah. I think we're I think we're in the living quarters, right, you know. I do wonder if they just built this up from the ground up. There's no way. There's no way. Like it can't. It's just this is like a one man band thing, isn't it? What is going on? I mean, there's some pipes. And that's a sink. I assume water comes through it. There's a nice, there's a light there. I don't know if it's been earthed or anything, so don't touch it with your bare hands. I don't know. Lovely vibe and would be great, but where it is and the work needed, I'll pass. This is not for you. But you haven't seen all the pictures yet. There might be some. Hang on. Look. This is the main kitchen area. Look. And there's a ladder for reasons not known. There's a ladder here, I think, and there's a heating pipe here. It's nice. To be honest, you're being hugely charitable, mate. It's not nice, is it? It's horrible. I mean, God, it's not exactly what I would call accessible either. It is nothing. I don't think I am. I'm not sure if I've seen one completely even surface in this entire property. It is shunky as heck. Shunky. Oh, no. Oh, God. Look. Oh, hang on. We might have a half decent room coming up. Right. This is the kitchen. You know what? That bit just don't look at anything else. Don't look at anything else. That bit there, I don't mind. I don't dislike that. There's character for that certain vibe if you like Barry from Fallout. You know what? That I don't dislike. I mean, I'm not exactly sure about I would use a gas cooker in a house made almost entirely of wood, like naked flame gas, in a place that is nothing but you know you know what I mean. This house is entirely flammable. Yeah, I would have gone for an electric hob here, to be honest. Maybe have a little bit more control around that. But you know, gas is king apparently. There is a quirkiness. I mean, there's character. Yes, there is character, but yeah. Oof. Okay. Okay. This is like. I guess this is like a living room. You got a light here. Wood burning stove, obviously. I mean, you could just take bits of the house and burn bits of the house, really, couldn't you? Actually, it's unique and as charming in a weird way. Yeah. I mean, there's lots to talk. I mean, if you had guests over, there'd be lots to talk about. Sort of. Oh! I love what you've done with this room. Yes, such a bold choice not to sand down lots of it. You know what? I think that might be. No, we've got some. Oh, and then we're back outside again. Oh my God! So this again is the weird. This is the weird. This is the guest haunted house. So you got as we said before, you got the main haunted house. This is the guest haunted house, complete with tendrils. Seriously, complete with like look at them, like reaching towards you. You've got that going on. Isn't that marvelous? Oh God, this place is terrified. Oh no, no. There's a no. Why is there a skull impaled on a metal pole here? And I don't know what it's a skull of. It looks like a plague doctor. What is that? Sorry, it's past help now. Oh God, I'm not happy with what I'm seeing today on this one. I'm, They have got some solar panels going on though. Look at this. They got some solar panels here for some reason. So it's an eco-friendly house. They rake their leaves apparently, so you know they are trying to keep it tidy. You know, and then we go and look. Oh look, here we go. This is the little that little swamp lake. There's a little bridge. Whoever prices properties on illicit drugs, they must be pricing it for the location. I honestly don't know what Brookhaven is like as an area, but surely you're only you it's got to be where it is, not what it is. Surely, you know. Oh, we got another picture. Do you get the land as well? Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's it. Yeah, and in America, we do have our American friends in chat, as you know, and we've talked to them this a bit. We've talked about property law a little bit in America before because of these kind of streams, and a lot of the time, their planning permission, depending on the state, their planning permission laws are a lot more relaxed than they would be in England or indeed the United Kingdom in general. Because, like in the UK, you can't just knock a place down. Yeah, I think it's very rare that you can just knock a place down and put something up again. You've still got to, there's forms to fill in. But in America, certain states, you buy the land. The property just happens to sit on the land, as in, like, the land takes precedence. If it's yours, if the land is yours, what you do with that land, there's very little in the way of restrictions. So if you did buy, I think in Texas is a good one, I think, because that's got very light touch, is that if you buy property, or rather you buy land in Texas that has a house on it, you want to get rid of that house, you just get rid. You know what I mean? It's like, murder, get rid and put something else up. So yeah, it is the acres you're potentially buying. And then you've got another. I don't know what's going on with this place. I don't know if this is this another shed? Is this a guest room? What is this? I don't like it, but here we are. UK housing is terrible size wise unless you have a lot of money. Oh God, yeah. I know there's swings and roundabouts in terms of house size. Basically, if you buy an older property in the UK, then obviously it comes with older house maintenance requirements. Yeah, there's stuff you'll be needing to keep an eye on, and maybe it's harder to heat or whatever. But fundamentally, you might have to make sure the wiring has been updated in its lifetime, all that kind of stuff. But usually, fundamentally, an older house has more room. Yeah, you get more room. The rooms are fundamentally bigger, wider, higher. I have gone past some new builds, more than one new build, but I've seen these are like, they call them townhouses, which is just a fancy way of saying terraced house with an extra floor. Yeah. And there's this new build property kind of near us that went up, and they've squeezed these townhouses into them, and they've got literally no front garden, room for a car, literally no front garden, and like a postage stamp back garden on a busy road, but because it's got X number of bedrooms and they can call it a new build, blah blah blah. And I'm just thinking, who's that for? Who can live? That place is horrendous. But older place. Mine was built 30s, 40s. Yeah, exactly. You get much more airy builds. Yeah, 30s. That's why those 30s and 40s builds are still hugely popular. Because all right, they might need doing up. Maybe the roof needs replacing if it's been there since it started. Make sure that you maybe have to install gas central heating. If you have to sort out, do need to sort out the wiring. These are all big jobs, but if they get done and a place gets refurbed, fundamentally you've got a really nice home, if you see what I mean, compared to some of the sheds, the tiny little sheds that they call houses these days. Horrible. Yeah. Anyway, talking of horrible, let's go into. Oh God, here we go. Oh, here we go. This is apparently a bedroom of some description because there's a mattress here. This is apparently somebody lives in this bit. There's a stove with a rusted iron pot here. This is where this is Dead by Daylight. This is where the killer lives. So obviously DBD. You've got the victims and you've got the killer. I think this is where the killer comes for a bit of a sit down between games. I honestly think that's it. I think this is where they come. They go, oh right, yeah. We'll do some killing here. Yeah. Hang on. Oh wow. They kind of got confused with the rest of this build, as in like they either got bored or tired or just decided they'd run out of money. This is it. There's an awful lot of exposed pipework and wirework in this photograph, which I don't like. The killer's shack is actually a thing in Dead by Daylight. Is it? It shows that. Oh, well, there you go. I've just shown you the latest iteration. Is that a boiler? Yeah. So there's some sort of shonky boiler in the corner. You've got various electrical wires just dangling. Yeah. You've got an extension lead here. Just God knows where that's come from. I can't imagine it's up to any sort of code. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, they've got. I mean, this is the thing. It's one of those places where it's got heating and lighting. It's got electricity, and I think it's plumbed in. But oh my God, it's nasty. It's nasty. I don't like it. I don't like it for a lot of reasons. Last picture. Oh right, and this is like one of the entrance doors. I don't like it. I don't like this one. Right, I've got time to do one more. Right, I've just got to find it. So this definitely used to be a wood shop. It used to be a killer's den. Is what it was, Crumpet. Right, let me find the one I want. No, the one I want. Ah, yeah, this is the one we're going to do. Let me just double check. Okay, this one is a little bit better equipped. This is the one, right? Yeah, I'm going to do this one. Right. If I was a millionaire, I'd be like, yeah, for the lawn. Yeah, knock it down, keep the land. My only worry is building on the land. It must be damp and soggy as hell. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got to make sure you can actually have decent foundations. But yeah, that's what seriously, we have talked to like our American friends in the lounge before, and a lot of them do say a lot of places, yeah, you buy the property if you just want to move in a place, but there are a lot of occasions people are literally buying the land to do what they want with it. Yeah, there's a definite air of that. Right, let me show you the one we're going to do. I'm going to have a quick break. Just a quick comfort break. So I'll go to BRB and I'll run a 3-minute ad break just so that keeps pre-rolls off for an hour. And then we'll do this. We'll do one more property today. Crumpet, I'm going to save yours till the next one. So I again to acknowledge and thank you for the material. We will get to it. But I promised it last stream and on this stream we're going to do the 1999 house. So we're going to do this. We're going to do the decor like it's 1999 house. This is in Damascus, Oregon. So that's Northwest America, or Northwest United States, for $3.2 million. $3.2 million. Yes. So, you need a little bit more money for this one, but I would argue that this one does seem to have a slightly better finish. But I'll let you decide. So right, I'm just going to go to Burb. I'm going to run this 3-minute ad break, go to Burb, and then I'll be back. All right. Thank you everybody for being here in the lounge. I won't be long. Right, press that button. Ads should start. If you're not a subscriber, apologies. We'll see you shortly. And yeah, I'll press this button. Right, we're back. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, it's going to be good. This is Grumpy. This is 3.2 mil. This is going to be great. You're going to love this one. So, here we go. Decor like it's 1999. 3.2 million. Are you ready to purchase this with your monies? Here we go. Look, is it this? Look, this. Oh wow, wow. Now this one's got a view. Look at it. This one. Look at this. Okay, that is a legitimately nice place to be. I don't know what the name of that mountain is. I don't know. Oh my God, Mo! I need to. Oh, I need to press buttons. Wait, let's make that do that for you.
Love you, cutie.
They love you. Oh, hang on. No, that's not the wrong. No, not that one. That one. There we go. That one. That's better. Mate, how you doing? Thank you so much for the resub, mate. I do appreciate you. 4 months it's telling me there. Welcome back. Are you back from Dubai? Mo? Are you still over there, friend? Love to see you. Love to see you. Thank you so much for being here, friend. We're doing Mad House listings. Which I'm sure you've seen before, and we're currently looking at this place, a mere $3.2 million. This one looks quite nice, basically. But yeah, thank you. Welcome back to ad-free viewing. Welcome back to the full GIF list. You have full privileges of the GIF list, both levels. You get all that, but of course, anybody who resubs, gets gifted a sub, gets themselves a thank you fist bump. So this is going to be for you. Yeah, here we go. You ready? Boom. Thank you very much, Mo. Appreciate you. I appreciate it. And thank you. I really do. I honestly do really appreciate it. I must lurk as pain is rough. See you in a bit, mate. No worries. No worries, mate. Thank you for being here. Go take some horse tranquilizers or equivalents is what I recommend. I'm not a doctor. Please do not take my medical advice. Right. So this is nice, this one. This is nice. Boom. Here we go. Wow. So look at this. That's very nice. You got a nice little. This is a very nice indoor pool. You know, I mean, it's a little bit. You know, it's a little bit theme parky, but still, it's like. Well, actually, I say it's not indoor. It's kind of covered, isn't it? I think it actually opens out to the elements as well a little bit. But on the whole, it's essentially covered, isn't it? Unless there's that. No, actually, maybe not. Maybe it is. Maybe it is completely walled in. It's just that, in fact, it's just all glass. Look at that, though. That's nice. Oh, wow. So there's the streaming room. Yeah. You're still over there. Ah. What time is it over there? Trying to think. Dubai, +4, +5, +6 hours. Getting on. It's late. It's getting quite late where you are. Maybe it's not crazy late. I'm not sure. But yeah. I do hope you're having a nice time, mate. I do hope you're having a nice time. Look at this. This is fancy. Just look at the state of this place. Wow. 10 p.m. Okay. Oh, actually, it's not nearly as far ahead as I thought it was. Okay. Interesting. Nice. So this is very tastefully done. Of course, they love a chandelier. All these places love a chandelier. You know, very nice. It's it's all very tastefully done. Oh, here we go. Blimey. This is like this is very hotel lobby, isn't it? But then it goes. You've got a nice little kitchen area though here. You can see, there's stuff going on. I think this is like a living room coming up. Nice. Okay, let's go to the living room. Actually, look at this. Oh, wow. Okay. As always, watching telly here would be a bit of a chore because it's tiny. That chair, well, seriously, this is custom made as well. Everything in here is like custom designed, yeah? So I look at this and I'm thinking, the light's going to get in, so you're not going to be able to watch like films and stuff properly. You've got these alcoves, very nice, but look at the tiny telly there. From this distance, you'll be squinting, you won't be able to see what's going on. These are much bigger telly. I assume this is the sort of place that has a cinema room, though, to be honest. Oh, wow. What's that? L'instant de Danger. Oh, I love that. There's a champagne. They've got themselves a champagne advert there. I like that. I mean, hello. How wealthy are we? Yes. We literally have some artwork about champagne on one of our walls. Yeah. Those settees look really comfortable. Though actually, that you know what, the red. I mean, it kind of works in this place. You know, they've made it work. I'd say. So I don't hate the red. I think in other places it might be a bit of a stretch, but here it doesn't do too bad. But I've got to tell you, you could get properly comfortable on those. I reckon it's just a shame that you're not going to be able to watch your Twitch streams on that tiny telly very well. But yeah, very nice though, very nice. Oh blimey. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of 90s-esque, this kitchen. You know, these kind of like wooden, these wooden cabinets sort of thing. That is a bit in America. In Britain, it would usually be like pine, which is a bit paler, But this is like similar deal. Lots of wooden stuff. I mean, it's not terrible. It's all very well appointed, but yeah, it's nice. They've got a nice little table here going on. It's all that. And look, you can look at your swimming pool from here. That's very pleasant. It's all right, isn't it? Blimey. I'll take you to another room. This is I don't mind this place. Oh God. Jesus Christ. Sorry, I'm just trying to parse what on earth is going on here. Okay, right. So this is obviously a master bedroom, but it's just really weirdly located. I do like the fact that you can make it private, so you can turn they've got blinds and all the windows and doors which you need. I assume they've got some in the bathroom, otherwise you're still going to get light coming in, which would be rubbish. This mezzanine, I don't know. I assume this remains private, that this is like all like boxed off from guests, but otherwise they could just come in and like look at you while you're sleeping. It'd be a bit weird, wouldn't it? But I do like that bed. I do like that. That bed's quite nice, actually. That looks proper. I'll tell you right now, that bed costs more than my car. Easily costs more than my car. Probably costs like, I reckon I would need 2 or 3 of my cars to pay for that bed. It's got that look, hasn't it? It's got that look of like extreme sturdiness and expense. You know what I mean? That's like dark. That's heavy dark. You know what I mean? That's not like MDF or kind of fiberboard or whatever they call it. That is proper solid wood. That has been carved out of like lumps of oak or something. By hand, carefully over many weeks. Yeah, there's a lot of man hours in that one. Jeez. Right, what else have we got going on here? Oh, so here's the upstairs bit. Oh, so these are your. Oh, okay. Oh, this makes sense now that I see it. So if we go back downstairs briefly, right? So you go up here. So when you like there, so you've got, you can close it off. This is like the master bedroom. Boom. You have your own little private chill out area down here with, is that a bar? I think it's your own like little private bar as well. Oh look, they've gone for the have you seen the little like the little cheetahs that they've gone for is it cheetah or panther's eyes, whichever one it is, but they've gone for like, this is like, and like zebra stripe and everything. This is like this is the lounge lizard type thing. This is where, hey baby, would you like a drink at my private bar? You know, rawr. I'm getting that vibe from this. Hang on, we get a closer look at the wow. Oh yeah, so this is I think let me just go back. I think it's this, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So you go here, right? So you're in your own little private area, okay? And you've got yourself your own little look. You can have a little your little setup here. Hey, baby, let's have some champagne. Look, they've got like nice lots of drinks, a little fridge. Yeah, nice little drawing of like somebody doing like cocktail building. Look at this. Oh my god. This is a proper. This is seriously. This is like this is a chat up area. Is what this is. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. What's going on here? Oh, is that a piano? Yeah, yeah. Sure as night follows day, sure as eggs are eggs. Okay. Whenever you see these super posh houses, there is always a piano. I honestly don't know if they can play the piano. I'm pretty certain a lot of them can't, and they might just hire somebody in if they wanted to hear the piano played. But they always have a piano. Yeah, it's like it comes from like the millionaires, the multimillionaires playbook. You have to have a posh piano to look classy. Yeah, and cultured. Again, though, I tell you, the furniture looks great. It looks really comfortable. I like that. I don't dislike this at all. I do think I wouldn't. The place is too big for me. You know what I mean? It's way too big. But at the same time, I don't dislike it. I don't. Um. It's like, oh, is it? This is like a guest room. Okay, so yeah, there's a bedroom, and then there's a little bathroom area here, like some sort of fancy shower going on here. Wow, I like the fancy shower. Look at these glass blocks. Wow, they cost a lot in The Sims. You know what I mean. That's a lot of resources being used there. Very fancy. Very fancy indeed. This is the cinema room. Okay, right. So this is where they watch telly properly. Okay, so they've got a half decent projector. I'm assuming. Uh, they've taken the furniture out. There should be obviously some nice places to sit down here, yeah. But they've taken the furniture out. Disappointed. But they've got a little kitchen area. I see we can turn the lights off while you're watching telly. Again, it needs kind of like the lights turning off so you don't get ambient light while you're watching. But yeah, this is obviously where they do some sort of entertaining. The sky. Look at that sky. That's very they've got the night sky set up. It's lovely, lovely. I don't hate that. Okay. So, for some reason, I mean, it's sort of a garage, but a garage sort of. It's not really a garage, is it? It is literally a room for them to put their car. Literally, it's literally a room for their car. Nothing else. God, I mean, I can't imagine. Would you? I mean, would you even? I mean, why wouldn't you? I don't know. You'd have to. You wouldn't want to turn the engine over, though, would you? You'd have to kind of open up those double doors on the right hand side, wheel it out, and then turn the engine on. Surely, because otherwise, oh my god, you'd stink up. You'd stink up your own house otherwise with like exhaust fumes. You know what I mean? It just blah. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Have you seen my Ford GT? Yes. It does. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It doesn't. Yeah. Was it in the garage? Oh no, we don't. We don't. It's like a favourite pet. It has its own little space in the house. Jesus. Ooh. Yeah, there's definite furniture. A lot of furniture seems to have been taken out of here. Otherwise, this is a bit weird. But they have a nice little pool table there. Lots of room as well. The carpeting's interesting. God, it'd be a swine to vacuum this, wouldn't it? God, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to have somebody on top of this every single day. Otherwise, it'd be a nightmare. Bloody hell. But yeah, you all right? So you got this going on. Very nice little staircase going somewhere. I don't know where. Okay, a posh utility room because they've got wow. How many washer dryers do you need? This is you know what I mean. Is this somebody's house or is this a hotel or something? It feels like this is now beginning with like is this an Airbnb thing going on? Is this like a group booking place? I don't know, but I don't know. It's immaculate though. Have you noticed how clean this is? Absolutely immaculate. This place, not a speck of dust. So obviously they've made an effort, or at least they have a team that keeps it like this. Very nice. Uh, this is the garage. Okay, so this is an actual garage, of which there are many cars. There's some sort of buggy. I don't know. I need somebody who knows about cars to talk to me here because I don't know. There's a blue one. There's whatever this is. This hot rod thing, and then there's this. Is it a Corvette? I don't know what that badge is. I don't know if it's a Chevy or a Corvette or what, but it looks like a classic American sports car. So yeah, there you go. They have their collection of cars because, of course, they do. They've then got more of the yeah. There you go. Yet more of the pool. I mean, it's nice. I mean, look at it. It's a lovely looking pool actually. Very pleasant. If you like this kind of stuff, fair enough. And you can see, look at all the pipe work. It's all obviously been properly plumbed in and everything. It's lovely. And then we get a couple of outside views. So we get this. Oh gosh, wow! Look at this. So this is the approach with this little artificial waterfall this man-made waterfall that's been put in. So fancy water feature. I don't know what's going over here. Some sort of little annex, little guest house in the background. I don't know what that's for. Utility room of some description. There's the garage that we saw. Actually, we get another. Here we go. Oh yeah, we get. Oh wow. They have like a little guest. Wow, they have a whole guest accommodation here. That's either the swimming pool or guest accommodation. I don't know what that is. Nice. I do like the fact that it is kind of reasonably private as well, because that always bugs me when I see these multi-million pound houses, and sometimes they're overlooked. People can kind of see into their house, which I think surely the whole point of having this amount of money is that you can get, privacy should be the thing that you're buying. But I assume, is it fenced or walled off? I'm trying to work out how fenced off it all is. It's quite tricky to tell. But yeah, this is, you get, this is all, you get this. And then I think we get one more picture. Yeah, last picture here. Okay, so this is, it's right next to, of course, it's right next to a golf course because that's what they do. That's what they do. That would be quite annoying actually because you're gonna get stray golf balls, aren't you? You just know it. Absolutely. I assume that this house is theirs. Yeah, because it's on the same property. It feels like that's the demarcation, doesn't it? So people can kind of come around here and around, or there's a sort of access road for the golf course here. It's not 100% private. I don't know. It's quite good. It's fairly removed, isn't it? There's not much else around you, but it's not perfect. It's not perfect, I'd say. But again, the actual house was quite nice. That was all right, that one. That was all right. I thought that was quite nice. I won't buy it, even if I had the money, for a few reasons. But we will do more. We will do more at another point, ladies and gentlemen. We will. Thank you very much for keeping me company while we did that. I always appreciate the people being here. I will do my own raid in turn then in a minute. So bear with me, and I will take you somewhere. Let me see who's on. Just having a quick early look, see who's on. Let's just do a little refresh on that. And see who is on. Okay, bear with me. Do hang around for the raid. You will get bonus pocket money, and pocket money is what we use here in the when I'm live. You accrue pocket money, and you can turn it into raffle tickets when I run grand raffles. There should be another one coming up at some point, and you get a bonus when I do raids as well. Yeah, so basically, So we'll be doing that in a minute. Okay, I'll make a decision on the. I'll do what I always do. I'll do the last second raid thing, right? I'll make my choice there. I'll take you somewhere good, I promise. But let me do some thank yous first. So, first of all, thank you everybody who uses the Stream Loot cards. Always appreciated when people, purchase chests. You can get one for free via that link if you've never used them before. A free sample, if you will. Thank you everybody who uses the stickers. Free ones are Mod Love, Pride, Good Vibes. New lounge members today were Perfecto, Plexo, and Queen Fan. Subs and resubs from Snafu and Mo, thank you. CJ and Darth, lovely moderators of mine, thank you so much for looking after us today. And Tori, Tori came in with a lovely raid there as well, which was really kind of them. If you don't already follow Tori, you should be. She's amazing. Really, again, really fun vibe, a really nice. You feel you're amongst friends when you're in Tori's stream. You really do. So do check her out if you have the opportunity to do so. Give her a follow. I think we did a shout out for her, didn't we? I think we did. I know we did. Right, I need to make a choice on who is live and where I am taking you. We will go and see. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm taking so long here. I am taking so long. I do apologise for the slowness. Do hang around for what I'm about to do, because I will take you somewhere good. I just want to make sure I'm taking you to the best possible choice here this evening. Let's go see. Well, they're playing Split Fiction. Who are they playing it with? Not sure who they're playing it with, but we can go see them. That's a fun game to watch. All right, we'll do that. We're going to go see Tiny Hands. So Tiny Hands, I met at Rotterdam. I think there's a little bit of overlap in terms of communities. I think tangentially, because obviously Tiny Hands knew X, and we had mutual friends, if you see what I mean, which is why we ended up saying hi and saying hello to each other and what have you in Rotterdam. They are currently playing Split Fiction, or are about to play it. I think they're doing a bit of chit chat at the moment. And I've had a chance to hang out in the stream a couple of times since Rotterdam. And yeah, they're good. I tend to try and avoid the use of the adjective nice, because it always feels like you're damning them with faint praise. But no, they are literally, genuinely a nice person, and definitely worth hanging out. So give them a follow if you don't already follow them. But we're going to go check them out. I will probably raid and run a little, but I will say hi before I disappear. So do please come on this raid if you are able. Say hello. And what have you. But for now, thank you everybody for being here. I do appreciate it. We should be, I'm going to say we are on tomorrow. We should be, might do some gameplay. We might be indie. We might do one of our rotation games like ETS2 or something. Not sure yet. Or maybe we'll do even more house listings. I'm not sure. But we'll do something. So I will... I'll make a decision on that, on what have you. But for now, though, thank you, everybody, for being here. I really, really do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I do hope you have a good Sunday. But for now, I will leave you in the capable hands of Tiny Hands. So, I love you all. Take care. Good night.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.